Hey, Buddy Crow back again with another pickup, and it is the Astro City Mini. And I actually got this from Limited Run Games. This was originally released in, I believe, Japan only. And I know a lot of people that have gone ahead and imported this, and I actually never did, because at the time I felt I was getting like way too many of these, little arcade cabinets. I mean, it was the Neo Geo one that had just come out. And all the other little My Arcade ones and the basic fun ones, and I just needed a break, so I never went ahead and ordered the Japanese version of this one. And then back in March, I don't know how long, like Limited Run announced that they were going to be releasing this on their site, but like the day before they did, I got an email saying, "Oh, this is going to be released tomorrow through Limited Run." I was like, "Oh, really?" $129.99. Maybe I'll buy it. And then my wife says, "You know what? You did a lot of work in the kitchen. I'll buy it for you." "Oh, okay. I'll be at work. I'll give you my credit card information." So there was this, and then they also had released sold the little controller that goes with it. It was at a decent price. I think it was like $30. And then they also had the stand and the little seat that goes with this. But that was in very limited quantities. I think they had 150 total of those. So I was like, she's like, "Just, get it all, get the whole set or whatever." I was like, "Okay." And I bet you could tell by the fact that I am not holding that up in here that I don't have those. And yes, I did not get those. The reason is because normally when I go onto the website and I fill in, my card information fills in automatically. I don't have to type anything in, and I go right through. Since I had to manually type in my wife's credit card information, that slowed me down. Not only did it slow me down, but every time I tried to enter it in, it wouldn't take it for whatever reason. I don't know what I was doing wrong. Something's wrong. And then it's like, "Oh, this is no longer available." So the seat was like the first thing to go. So I was like, "Okay, well, I guess still got this and the controller, and or the stand and the seat." And then all of a sudden it's like, "Oh, now the controller's sold out." It's like, screw it. And I just put in my own card information just to get this. And shortly after I did, this sold out as well. But as you can see, this is the US version. And I think the only difference just might be the box. Maybe any of the manual information that may be in there. So everything's in English around here. The games, of course, may or may not be in Japanese, so you could kind of see a lot on the box. What was interesting is there's this Limited Run logo here. It's just the sticker they put on top, so I don't know what's underneath the sticker. You have to excuse me, because I got bit today by my dog, and as I'm holding this and putting pressure on it, it hurts. Just a good look at the box. What I'm going to do, though, is I will change the camera angle for unboxing. There's no tape or anything holding this down. I did get this yesterday, but I have not opened it yet. And I have no idea when I'm going to be putting up this video. But I'm going to change the camera angle so we can get a good look at the unboxing of this. Let's move over there now. All right, so here we go. We have the Astro City Mini. Let's do this flap at the top here. You're already showing you around the box. So look at that. When you open the box up, you get Go Sega 60th anniversary, dedicated to Sega fans around the world and to the creators who made history. Now, I never really saw the Japanese version, so I don't know if this was here or if it was in Japanese or whatnot. I did see some images of around the box, not opened or whatever, so so yeah, I could tell that was maybe some of them were some of the words were in English and some were in Japanese. So what we got here at the very top here is the instruction manual, and it looks to be completely in English. Thank you very much for purchasing the Astro City Mini. Please read the instruction manual before use to ensure proper use of the product. Please keep this manual in a safe place to refer to later. So it says what comes in here. It looks like we've got screen operation explanation. So yeah, we do have everything in English. So that's good, and that would all be due to limited runs, I believe. limited runs. Sounds like a special form of diarrhea. There you go, quick cut, because I just wanted to put that back in the bag. Let's see what else we got in here. I think we need to punch down so we can pull this up. And there's a bunch of stuff in here. I can feel that already in this box. So let's open it up from this angle. And what do we have in here? We got a couple cables. So it looks like we've got a USB to micro USB in here. And so supposedly, I guess that's micro USB and not USB-C. And then we've got an HDMI cable. Nice of them to give me another HDMI cable. And then in here we can see that the Evercade, not the Evercade, I was thinking Evercade because the Evercade Versus isn't going to come with either of those cables, I'm thinking. And then we've got the Astro City in here all nicely wrapped up. So let's pull that out. And there's nothing else left in here. And then let's do that. There we go. And I think this is exactly the same as the Japanese version. I'm just going to push that way back so you can see it in frame. So I throw that in there. Oh, this, you know what this didn't come with? It didn't come with a voltage adapter to plug into a wall or anything. But, you know, got plenty of those. So, oh yeah, that feels really good. Like, honestly, I really haven't watched any reviews or anything of the original. It looks like we got some plastic, there we go, protector on top of that. So let's look around here. We've got the buttons on the joystick. That seems really nice, actually. Looking around, we get the speakers up there. On the back, it looks like we've got the power on, off, on, HDMI out. So that's nice. I wonder how that'll look hooked up to the TV. We'll have to try that. 1-player, 2-player, USB. So I'll have to try some other controllers with it. I don't have the official one, but I'm going to try an 8-bit controller. Headphones and a DC in on the bottom. We don't have anything, but yeah, and so we have that. But for comparison, here is the Neo Geo Mini. It looks way nicer than the Neo Geo Mini. I'm going to be honest with you. Looks way nicer, and plus I don't need to have an adapter on the back of it because that had a mini HDMI, but this did have USB-C, so one advantage for that. But the joystick on this is way nicer than this one. This is just feels like an analog stick. You can almost tell that it's been dusty because I have been having it sit there for a while. But yeah, this will go into the corner where I have all the little mini consoles and everything. But let's plug it in and see what it looks like on the screen here. Here we go. So now let's turn this on. Light comes on. Sega logo. Astro City. Here I am moving the... So let me turn some lights off here. Okay, turn some lights off. Let's see what we got here. We got, okay, I guess this is choose language setting. English, please. Ooh, nice noise. Is there a volume on this? I bet you it is. What's this little... Oh, there. I thought there was a little compartment in the back there, but it's just fake. Oh, that was select. So I actually selected it. I didn't mean to do that, but I selected Virtual Fighter. So that looks really nice on the screen. I know my camera ain't doing this justice at all. In fact, the colors don't even look right on my camera. Let's see if we could just kind of adjusting the color manually here, the white balance. That looks a lot better. The screen does. The outside doesn't. Let's see here. I just went back to auto. And it, look, garbage again. That looks a lot better. Again, things you don't really have to worry about when you're not filming it. But let's see here. What do we? That's insert credit. Okay, that's the start button. We're looking really good here. Yeah, really nice. How do I get out of the? How do I get out of here? Oh, you know what? There it is. Start and select at the same time. Brings us to a menu. Back to main menu. Okay. There we go. So, settings. There we go. Please read, language setting, copyright, volume. I just wanted to bump the volume down a little bit. That's all I was trying to do. Screen settings. Look at this. Default analog display. So we got faux scan lines we can put on there, which I'm not going to show because they never look good on camera. We could have wallpaper if we want, but I'm fine with it being blank. Okay, so let's see what games we got in here. We've got Virtual Fighter. Stack columns, which I'm kind of unfamiliar with. I'm familiar with columns, but not stack columns. Ichidant R. I know there's Ichidant something. Oh, Tant R and Ichidant R. One of them is a puzzle game, and one of them... Okay, they both say party, but one of them is more puzzle-based and one's more action-based, if I'm remembering. Puyo Puyo, too. Puyo Puyo, good game. Dottery-kun. Now, I actually just found out about this game. I'm going to boot this one up really temporarily while I kind of explain it. Sega never really intended to ship the Astro City with a game in it. It was really meant for you to put your own games into this. However, the law in Japan basically... Oh, look, select kind of changes the color. Basically said that you can't do that. You have to ship it with a game. So they made this really crappy game. Well, I shouldn't say crappy because I'm not really familiar with it. I just know that this game exists, and it's kind of like a we can't just turn backwards. It's kind of like that head-on or crash game. Basically, they just would include this as part of the arcade cabinet so they could say it shipped with a game, and they never really intended for arcade users to really to really use this game on the arcade floor or anything. This would be the thing you got rid of. I wonder if I can... So that's what the story is with this game. And I like recently found out about this maybe a month or so ago. So yeah, it's just so basic. Crash. Oh, you didn't crash. Anyway, let's go back. I just thought the history of that was really interesting. Back to main menu. Okay, this is really nice. This is probably the nicest of the mini arcades I've ever handled. We got Flicky, which great game. Sega Ninja. I'm not too familiar with. I think I remember playing that on the Master System at one point. My Hero. Again, not really familiar with that one. Oh, if we put left and right, we can see screenshots of these games too. So that's really cool. Space Harrier. Fantasy Zone, Wonder Boy, Quartet, Alex Kidd with Stella, The Lost Stars. Not sure what Stella means. I've heard Alex Kidd and The Lost Stars, but not with Stella. Alien Syndrome, Wonder Boy in Monsterland, Shinobi, Sonic Boom. I'm not familiar with this. Is this a shooter? Yeah, it is shooting. Nice. Altered Beast. Oh, yeah, Altered Beast. I know it's a kind of a mediocre game, but I still really like Altered Beast. Scrambled Spirits, Wonder Boy 3, Monsters Lair, Gang Ground, Crackdown, Golden Axe, Cyber Police, E-SWAT, Shadow Dancer, Alien Storm, and Columns, Bonanza Brothers, Columns 3, Thunder Force AC. Woo, another shooter. Awesome. Radmobile, which is interesting because normally this originally had a steering wheel and stuff. And it's the first appearance of Sonic the Hedgehog. Cotton, Arabian Fight. This was a Sega game? I didn't even know that. This is a pretty nice beat-em-up. Golden Axe, The Revenge of Death Adder, which was actually never ported to like the Sega Genesis or Saturn or anything. It would have been a good game to do that too. Puyo Puyo, Dark Edge, and then Tantar, and then we're back at Virtual Fighter. So... I want to actually see if an 8-bit DO controller, I could just plug that in and see how that goes. All right, I just turned the lights on and everything again, and I got this 8-bit DO controller, and I'm just going to plug that in and see if it just instantly works or what happens. Let's see, one player. I don't know if it makes a difference. It really does, but there we go. Let's see. Nothing. Oh, wait. The lights are blinking on this thing. I just don't think it's gonna... So let's try this. Let's just boot it on and off again. Shutting down. because maybe it's got to be plugged in on boot up. Boot it back up. I like that light at the top. That's pretty cool. Sega Astro City. I don't think this is going to work. It would have been cool if it did, so maybe I'll have to figure out if I need to do anything special. Because what's going on is that the lights are just blinking on the bottom of this, so this may not work. Alright, so now it's a day later, and I'm cutting the video off right at the point where I'm testing out the 8-bit DO controller, and it's not working, and I was thinking that to myself is like, I don't know if I have any other controllers that work or not, when in fact that I should. I kind of knew, and I totally forgot that I heard that the controller for the Sega Genesis Mini should work with the Astro City, and you can tell it's a day later because I got a totally different bandage on my my hand because I did go to the ER and have it looked at, and they dressed it, and this is actually getting kind of old already, and I need to replace it. But that's neither here or there. What I should be able to do, what I heard is I should be able to plug this Sega Genesis Mini controller into the Astro City, and it should work right away. So we're going to actually turn it on first. And after it boots up, we'll plug it in and see if it recognizes it right away on the fly. I don't know why I was thinking the 8-bit DO controller should work, and I already got some smudges and stuff on the screen here. So let's get that. And we'll plug this in. And come on, there we go. It's plugged in. And no, it's not working. Maybe it does need to be turned on. Now, I heard this worked, so let's try it, boot it, and off and on again and see if it works when I boot up. Alright, so it's booted up. Still not working. Well, maybe it's the 3-button controller. Alright, so maybe these 6-button ones don't work. These are the ones from Retrobit. I never actually used the ones that originally came with the Sega Genesis Mini. So maybe only these controllers work. So let me get this unwrapped, and I never really used it. I had to find the box for it, and maybe this is what will work with it. Let's plug this in. Come on. There we go. So I've plugged it in, and not working. This is a controller from the Sega Genesis. Let's turn it off and on. Alright, you've got to boot it up. Not working. Okay, now I'm really confused because somebody told me, I've heard multiple places that these should work with the Astro City, but I'm gonna look it up. Alright, I did about 5 minutes worth of research to look up what would work for this, and the laundry list of controllers that don't work with this is very, very long. I may wind up ordering a Astro City pad specifically for this one. I don't think I'm gonna get the arcade stick, because that thing is super, super, super expensive. And besides, this is, it's small, but it's not bad at all. I like it for its novelty. But I think what I read is that the Japanese version of the Mega Drive Mini controllers will work with this, but not the US ones, and certainly not the Retrobit 6-button controllers that I have here. So, yeah. So I was actually going to redo, because I filmed all this stuff yesterday, and I was going to redo up to this point, because I thought this was going to work. And then, but the thing is that because I can't use a controller with this to sample the HDMI out, I had it hooked up to my computer instead, and I was actually using this because otherwise it would be a very weird thing. So we're actually going to cut to using the HDMI out, and it's going to be kind of a weird, different kind of thing, and we're going to revert back to the old footage that I filmed yesterday. I was planning on doing newer footage today, but that ain't going to work out, so I'm just going to throw in the footage from yesterday. So we're going to go back using the old bandage if you see that in the video. So yeah, let's cut to that. All right, I've hooked the Astro City up using the HDMI out. I actually have it hooked up with something I haven't really used yet before, and that's this. This is the Shadowcast. So it says console laptop link, but basically it's just a capture device that I can use HDMI. You plug the Shadowcast directly into the HDMI, and then plug the cable into the USB of your computer, whatever computer, and then you can just use it like normal, like I'm right now. So basically I have this going right to my main monitor, and it's looking pretty damn good. So let's actually boot up Virtual Fighter again, see how well that looks. We'll go new game, why not, and see how well it looks. Insert a coin. Actually, let's go in just out of curiosity back to main menu. Yeah, let's go back to the main menu. I want to see the settings. What happens if we... So I'm going to see screen settings. Let's see what happens with the analog display. Let's try Virtual Fighter again just to see. Oh, those... It does not really look that great here. I'm going to turn that off. On the actual device, it might look okay, though. All right, let's try Altered Beast. That ought to be fun. A new game. See, my mouse cursor's on the screen. Rise from your grave. Yeah, this actually looks really decent through the Shadowcast and everything. Oh. Ah. There we go. Kick and jump. Okay. Yeah, controller is playing really nice. There we go. It's been a long time since I actually played this. Golden Axe, The Revenge of Death Adder. Ooh, insert coin. It got a bizarre array of characters to select from here. We'll just go with the warrior. Arcade 1-Up. I don't know if it's come out or not yet or not, but Arcade 1-Up is gonna be putting this game out there in one of their cabinets. Man, this game seems to be like maybe made for the Saturn, so it's kind of surprising that this never was released on that, unless it was in Japan and I'm just not aware of it. Hey. Oh, he just kind of fell over. There we go. And that's why you play this game. Now, Quartet. Okay, shoot, rapid, jump. Okay. Open the door. Open the door. Oh, this game has some great music too. And it's been a long time since I played it. See, this is the reason to really get this thing. Well, anyway, that is the Sega Astro City. Here it is. While I'm plugged in, while I'm still got it hooked up and everything. Really happy with this. I mean, you know, if you want to play this portably, you can put in a portable battery pack, I suppose. But yeah, this is worth it. This is probably the best of the mini arcade consoles that I've ever played. And we'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to play through every single one of these games, obviously. But if you did like this video, please do remember to give it a thumbs up. Thanks, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.